Brees throws 5 TD as Saints beat Steelers, snap 3-game skid. Pittsburgh, the New Orleans Saints looked like a first-place team on the field, not just in the standings. Brees threw 5 touchdowns for the 9th time in his career as New Orleans dominated the sloppy Pittsburgh Steelers 35-32 on Sunday. Kenny Stills caught 5 passes for a career-high 162 yards and a score as the Saints, 5-7, ended a 3-game losing streak by restoring a little bit of respectability and a sense of order to the NFC South. The Steelers, 7-5, kept New Orleans tight end Jimmy Graham in check with no catches. But it hardly mattered. Brees worked Pittsburgh's secondary over anyway. Ben Watson, Marques Colston, Erik, Lorig and Toon hauled in touchdowns as New Orleans romped. Ben Roethlisberger passed for 435 yards and 2 touchdowns, but also threw 2 interceptions for the Steelers. Le'Veon Bell caught 8 passes for a career-high 159 yards and also added 95 yards and a touchdown on the ground. But Pittsburgh was never really in it over the final 3 quarters. New Orleans hardly looked like the team that slouched its way through a 3-game skid at home, including a 34-27 loss to Baltimore on Monday night, 6 days and 1,100 miles north later. The Saints looked reborn. Pittsburgh opted to focus on Graham, often double covering one of the NFL's biggest weapons, no biggie. Brees completed 19 of 27 passes to 9 receivers. Lorig, Watson and Toon hadn't scored all season but found themselves celebrating in the end zone thanks to some typically sublime play by Brees, who avoided the miscues that have cost New Orleans during its sporadic fall. Mark Ingram ran for 122 yards as the Saints effectively counterpunched with touchdowns while the Steelers piled up field goals.